wasn't very well. Not a lot of clarity. Fisher's party. I think it'll focus.
This is Frankie, your 4 a.m. connection, your 4 a.m. force, and a horse is a horse is a horse of course? No idea why I just said that, but come what may, I'm here to light your way in the darkness. Broadcasting you live at 777.7. That's 777 and 7/10. The luckiest frequency on your AM dial. Coming at you old school in the magic hour, when your world is asleep and there's no one but me, and maybe a zombie or 3 to keep you company. Speaking of the magic hour, don't you dare disappear. Don't you go, because I've got a magical mystery show for you. It's true, so keep your radio tune just right, because Frankie's gonna get you through the night. Is anybody out there? Can anybody hear me? Come out, wherever you are. Hello? Hello?
4 a.m. again. Go back to sleep.
I have to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to get out of bed.
What's that sound?
Are there really vampires? Did I turn off the webcam?
If I have to go to the bathroom and I go back to sleep,
I'm lying aside. There's no way I can fall out of bed. Again. I want a big, juicy hamburger.
Dead. A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
I could totally dance in my underwear. I could dance in my underwear and no one would even notice.
I shouldn't be on this website.
yes, I'm the famous artist Charlotte. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Sometimes I feel the urge to do something radical, like run at 4 a.m. Run through the night morning, run through the frozen world where everything's still but me.
Why is green green? Why isn't it red? Or yellow?
What if I just walked up to him and punched him in the...
With blue cheese melting onto my tongue.
I never heard my dad from home.
Did aliens land in Roswell? Are they still there? Sometimes I can run for an hour and never even notice another person.
I don't think I studied enough for history.
Why is Michelle looking at me and whispering to Jet?
I'm not afraid of tomorrow.
The sun is shining.
There's a slight breeze.
The water is blue and perfect.
And I have the entire beach in Port Douglas, Australia to myself.
I'm in my happy
place.
I have to wake up in 86 minutes.
Is there anyone out there? There's a monster under the bed. Anyone. He talks to me. Who else is thinking this thought? He's scared. Too?
To whom it may concern, I recently purchased your 4-inch peeling knife. It was on sale, but just because it was on sale does not mean it should be worse than a knife that's not on sale, right? You advertise it as, and I quote, the chef's ultimate weapon. The ergonomically designed handle offers maximum comfort, giving way to razor-sharp carbon steel. You also note that it stands to the demands of even the busiest professional kitchens, not needing to be sharpened for up to 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years. Not weeks, not months, years. I have had your knife for 6 days, and in these 6 days I have cut half a dozen tomatoes, 2 onions, 1 each red, orange, and yellow peppers, and 2 cloves of garlic. Not bunches, cloves. And not even big ones. And kind of going soft. And therein lies our problem. I take your knife that does not need to be sharpened for 3 to 5 years, and 13 vegetables later, it punks out. When it comes to 2 puny wrists, your razor-sharp carbon steel isn't up to the job. It cuts like a butter knife, and the blood is flowing so slow it can be hours before I even lose consciousness. But My parents are the only parents I know that don't have a lethal pharmacy in their medicine cabinet. And they're out with the car, so that's not an option either. So thanks to you, I have to sit around and hurt. The whole point of your knife is so that I don't have to hurt anymore. Do you just like to have people smear egg yolks on your lunch table just before you get there so you don't have a place to sit? Don't worry, they didn't waste the whites. Those went in my lunch bag. And both of those were better than the rotting mouse in my locker. I used to cry about it. Stop. What's the point? Unless you're too busy crying to think. That might be something.
What? The clown?
The one holding the cotton candy?
He won't stop chasing me! But that's... Don't laugh! I never should have told you.
Did you know Captain Snuffles was especially trained as a crumb-fighting cat?
Really?
No.
Oh, you're making
But
fun of me.
I'm not so bad at crumb fighting.
Yeah?
Yeah. My turn for another secret?
This is Frankie, 4 a.m. in the studio. So don't be rudio. I'm live with a special guest. You all think about him when you're lying there alone. He's the merchant of death. He'll take your breath away. Literally. Put your hands together for the man that will make you a permanent sleeper. It's the big guy in the hood, the Grim Reaper. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, Grim. May I call you Grim? Thanks for coming by. I know you're a busy man, entity, and you're very tall. The pictures do not do you justice. So, Mr. Reaper, how does it feel to be the taker of lives, the stealer of souls, the harbinger of doom? Silence is scary, and I mean really scary, but, the finger waving in my direction is about to make me wet my pants, but nobody can see it. This is radio. You can't gesture silently on the radio. We're going to commercial, and we'll try to get a word. Any word after the break. It's been called ergonomic, the chef's ultimate weapon. 4 inches of drop dead sexy. But don't take our word for it that this 4-inch tower chopping and peeling power will give your knife life the edge it's missing. Ask our customers. I love this knife. It couldn't peel a boiled potato, but it's so beautiful. If I had a kid that as bad as this knife, I'd kick his legs by the house and change the locks. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for making such crappy knives.
She's up. If I call her.
And he's
And
sleeping.
she's sleeping, and I wake her.
What if I wake him?
She'll hate me.
What if he hates me forever?
I can never fall asleep because I know I'm going to wake up the next day. So I sit here and think about today. And we both know what an upper that already was. My grades are circling the goal because it is so hard to be smart in school when you only sleep between 5 and 6:30 every morning. So I'm sitting there, bleeding real slow because you guys are incompetent. And then the power goes out. So now there's no lights, no TV, no computer, no nothing. Just me sitting there, bleeding in the dark. And I'm supposed to be free by now, but I'm not. But I'm sitting by the wall by my closet, and in my closet is this old battery-powered radio. It's the only thing in the whole house that works. No, I don't have a cell phone, and they make fun of me for that too. Thanks for asking. But this works. I guess because they made things better back then, before they started importing lead from China. It's only AM, but it's better than what's in my head. Better than silence. There's some talk show on about sports, but I don't really get sports. I want to, but I'm just not good at it. And whenever I talk about it, it feels fake. And there's some music in a language that's not English, but it's not French either. And some scratchy religious guy trying to save my soul if I'll send him $50. But your knife pretty much cleaned me out.
I run, and I want to witness something amazing, but there's no movement. It's like in this eerie silence of a world that's asleep, I'm the king of the kingdom of one. Wait!
White Stripes.
White Lion.
Great White.
James Brown.
That's not a band.
Well, it still counts.
We said bands.
I meant musical acts.
Fine. White's name.
Black Sabbath. Band. Abby?
I am Iron Man. I'm tired.
Want to go to sleep? It's 4.
No, let's keep going.
Alright.
Barry White.
Who's that?
The love song guy.
Okay. The Oyster Cult.
Nice. Deep Purple.
King Crimson.
Pink Floyd. How come everything we come up with is so old?
White Stripes aren't old.
That's the only one.
I don't know. Old souls.
So,
My mom says that. You're an old soul, Dale.
what does it mean?
I have no clue. I think it's because I'm named for some guy from the Revolutionary War.
She thinks he's like in your body?
Ooh. Wanna keep going?
Can't think of any more.
Is Purple Haze a song or a band?
Don't know, but I can't think of any more colors.
Simply Red.
Stop! It's my turn.
Thought you said you couldn't think of any more.
So, it's still my turn.
You want to try something else?
Like
I don't know. Vegetables.
vegetables.
Or whatever.
Vegetables are stupid.
It was just an idea. We could do whatever.
Whatever is good. Let's keep talking. I just need the noise.
Okay, noise. Things I can say to make noise.
Every time I close my eyes, every time it's quiet, the movie starts playing.
What about cars?
And I keep trying to cover my head,
Sports teams.
and I'm trying to block it with my hands, and then with the pillow, and then with the mini refrigerator. You know, like the kind people get in college. And then with the Barbie dream house my sister had when she was 7. Before he broke it,
I didn't know you broke her Barbie dream house.
but no matter what I put in the way, he keeps getting through. And the whole time, the soundtrack keeps getting louder and louder, the sound of screaming and thwacking and
It's
breaking.
okay now. It's done.
Is it?
You're here, right? What do you want to play?
Vegetables is good.
You sure?
Yours good.
Carrot. Asparagus.
Spinach.
Tomato.
Tomatoes are fruit.
Got it! Soybeans.
Can true love be cast asunder by an errant?
Cell phone call. I love him so much.
Juliet, I love you so much. We complete
Each other's sentences. You are the closed parentheses.
to my open, and quit to my pro quo.
Whenever you're near me, I hear symphony, tender melody.
To call or not to call? That is the question.
This is Frankie, your 4 a.m. news guru, catching you up since you can't catch any seats. Oh. Hours ago, polar bears were sighted wandering the streets of several major American cities. According to eyewitnesses in Philadelphia, Cleveland, Detroit, and Seattle, the polar bears appeared confused. And as one elderly woman put it, "They look pretty gosh darn cranky, dearie." Anyone coming across one of these 1,400-pound predators is urged to avoid looking like a seal or an ice floe. A spokesperson from the White House conceded that the polar bears' migration out of their usual territory was probably the result of global warming, but denied that it was a sign of imminent apocalypse. In other news, a tree fell in the forest, but nobody was there to hear it.
lights seem to dance against my walls when the blinds flutter from the fan. I look outside, and it turns out a car is literally on fire across the street. The flames are shooting 15 to 20 feet in the air, with new little explosions and more of them setting the flames shooting even higher each time they hit a new pocket of gasoline or something flammable. I swear I can feel the heat in my room. I call 911, I tell them what's happening and where, and then I hang up. That's it. I want to stay on the line. I want them to say, stay on the phone until help arrives. But it's not my car. They don't even ask for my name. I'm just out. All of them having their private emergency, and I'm no longer a part of it. A tiny piece of me, just for a second, wishes that I started it. Because then there'd be police and reporters, and I could still be a part of it. I don't really wish I started the fire. I'm not the kind of person who starts fires or even wants to start them. Except for one time in 5th grade when I set Anna on fire with a magnifying glass. But don't they see? I'm not asking for a lot. Just a gesture. So maybe staying on the phone with me would tie up the line. Maybe some little kid's dad's having a heart attack, or a woman's giving birth on her kitchen floor, or a motorcycle lost an argument with a 16-wheeler and someone at the scene needs to be talked through CPR. Of course I'm not as important as that. But maybe when the fire trucks get here, and the good thing about living 6 blocks from a fire station is that it takes 2 minutes for them to get here. Maybe a nod to my 2nd floor window. Maybe a thanks kid under your breath. I'd feel a little included, and maybe just a tiny bit less alone.
I'll see you in my dreams, please don't cry.
Is it here? Of course it's here. Step aside, we'll take it from here. What are you? Use force if necessary. Okay? Can I use it anyway? Obviously, why not? Nothing in the book about only if necessary, so just do whatever. Oh, goody. Like using force. Keeps me from having to have a reason. Explain things. No fuss, no muss. But what are you? Silence! Oh, I like that. Makes me all tingly. Silence! But you can't just come in here. Why not? Because it's 4 in the... When else did you expect us to come? Serious? Noon? We're here to help you. We are on your side. You won't be afraid anymore, okay? Not with us controlling, protecting, right? Protect. From what? From the monster underneath the bed, of course. We assumed to do that. We'll just be a minute. Go back to sleep. I wasn't sleeping. Done before you know it. But I don't. We crush people's streets all the time. I would enjoy this way too much. We have a job to do. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? So go back to sleep. Practice! Wait! Prepare for traffic scenario B12! That's it. have dreams without a little fear, right? Treat it like your pet. Show it love. Nurture it. That's me. Dreams and fear. Together. That's deep. Like Bonnie and Clyde. Jekyll and Hyde. Yin and yang. Chocolate and marshmallows. Heavy. So, you're saying you don't need us? I got it from
I'm about to give up when I hear this other voice. He's barely on a different band from the preachers, so I have to get the dial in just right, which is really hard when you have 2 slashed wrists. But I finally managed to get it, and he's like my age. Is there anybody out there? This is Frankie for you, and if you're alive and awake, let me know. I've got a great show for you this morning and every morning, so just tune in and let's begin. And he starts doing all these jokes that are kind of funny and kind of not. And then he does interviews with imaginary celebrities, and you can tell that he's doing all the voices. And he's not entirely good at all of them, but he's so much better than you are. And then he does commercials, and he does ones for your knives, and he hates them too. And it's so funny, because at the end, he says, "Thank you for making such crappy knives." Only, he's making fun of you. But I think you get that. But the more I listen, the more it makes my life a little easier to take, or at least put it out of my head. And I start to think, what's he doing tomorrow? How does he know about your knives? Does he take call-ins? There's a number, but I don't know if it's real. I want to call in. I want to be on a radio show that nobody listens to. It would still be kind of awesome. If it's not real, there must be some way of getting in touch with him. Radio people are like a tribe. Someone has to know. I'm going to listen to a few more shows before I decide to call in. Get more familiar. But it's like with every moment I listen, it makes 4 a.m. and my life a little easier to take. So I guess this is more of a thank you note. Because if your knives had actually worked, I'd never have heard of Frankie. So thank you. Thank you for making such crappy knives.
Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take foam against a sea of troubles, and by dialing, end hope.
Or end us.
I'll text. Frankie, your 4 a.m. spark, your 4 a.m. fire roam in the night like a vampire. But the sun's coming up soon, and it's time to retire until the next magic moon. Don't you worry, I'll be back to inspire tomorrow morning, pre-dawning with you once again. Stay strong, because come what may, you can make it through the day. And when the light is gone, the fight goes on. So once again I'll say, is anybody out there? I know someday, somebody's going to answer back. And until then, I'm going to keep the faith. Keep this train on track. This is Frankie saying, I know you're out there. Sweet fears and sweet dreams.